or 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a mess to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down, I'm airing the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but oil is pot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't want to bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Stop.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
The pickup. Second and 6.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. And right away, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 38, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 38 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Packers nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Tavon Austin. 75 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? But the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Packers 14, Ravens 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Dancing to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Packers 14, Ravens 7.
Now Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
7-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it first and 10. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And got his man complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Patrick Queen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Packers 15-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jackson caught right side at Snead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Complete to Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 40-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get this down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down and goal to go.
Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Packer. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. The left side throw complete to Adams. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now left side on the swing pass. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Aaron Jones.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are back within a score. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. And they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
It's third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A former 1st-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Calais Campbell, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Austin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're one.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe, designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Adams has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have Trenton under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On play action, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Rodgers on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Jackson to throw on third down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Tucker on for the field goal.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
Down, Green Bay.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Score, Packers 14, Ravens 6. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10.
First and goal.
He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On third down, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive.
I think we'll find out just...
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll resume action in the third quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about
Yard line.
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up
another run here with Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Play action. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
14.
They go play action with Jackson. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Preston Smith, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
On downs.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And we're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now left side on the swing pass. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Slant to Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the count. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 65 yards, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and we don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, D. Check, 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 check. 330. 48, come on.
Rodgers throwing here. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Mason Crosby.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He's going to keep it again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This time Jackson will throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Rodgers looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit, because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport, because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now, because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on.
Shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit. what's up? I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light ears to catch my buzz. Need right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers going to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 50. Hey, you block over here. Get right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, check 26. Check 48 the mic.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way
for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
48
On 1st down, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Jackson.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Packers nothing.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle package, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
5-yard line.
They'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Jamal Williams.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up
this is Jones. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
He was brought down.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
First down, Ravens.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and down he'll go at the 25. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
First down, Baltimore.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well.
Big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Ravens.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 58 yards. Rodgers now on first down.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete.
Rogers pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on second down. Rogers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rodgers to throw once more. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Packers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. And good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah,
touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 30 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
39-yard gain on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Jones.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided scoreline.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
And this offense continues to pour it on. as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, alert 48. Look, hey, we're going back to 48 right now. Let's go.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers is going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try now for Crosby.
I don't want to go over the top here, but that's still a nice touchdown. I know they're being blown out of the stadium, but for this team to go downfield and score when this game is essentially over, that shows me a lot.
14. Mason Crosby to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And got his man complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 98 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ridiculous words that you forcing nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, live from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle buddies.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Today's final score, Ravens.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Getting triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep up turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I wear the flag gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Call me